I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to The Truth is Black and White. Here on Art of the Hero with Mike S. Miller. My camera is crooked for some reason. Sorry, my OCD is kicking in a little bit. Jojo, what are you drinking? Why are you drinking soda this late? Terrible. Hi, everybody. This is Mike. I'm here. I know there was no God Squad today. I do apologize. I got up. We were getting ready. I was going to go see my niece and my grandniece and my nephew. I guess he's my nephew now because they're married. Yeah, he's my nephew. And my brother-in-law. And was on my way out the door. And my mom stumbles through the door. And she's like, oh, you have... She's like, Yoko's coming, right? I'm like, what? Like, she says she sent you a message. And I'm like, and I looked at the message. And I had only read half of the message. I didn't read the part about where she was coming today. And so Yoko is the lady who I am working for, designing some jewelry for a line of jewelry in Japan called Light of Ashtar. Although this new line is going to be named something different. Venti of Ashtar. What is it? She wrote it down here. It's Yavande Ashtar. Yavande Ashtar. And so yeah, I'm designing jewelry. I'm designing some dragon jewelry. You want to see it? Anybody want to see it? I can sneak you a peek. Hold on. Oh, darn it. I've got a little eraser. I'm gonna put that someplace safe. Let's say hi to everybody first. Jiminy Cricket says first. Eric Hawkins says second. Awful Redneck Gaming says hello. I know. We should be playing Age of Empires. But I haven't streamed today, and I wanted to stream because you need to stream every day or YouTube kills your channel. And I'm having a hard enough time keeping my channel alive. Truth teller. It is. It's funny because people are subscribing every day. I do. I get notifications every day. People are subscribing, but I'm not growing. Actually, I haven't checked. Today. I generally check relatively every day to see if I'm going up or down or up or down, up or down, down or up, up there. Yeah, I'm going down again. Analytics, subscribers. Yeah, boy, I took a 8 hit on Friday, but at the same time, I have people coming in. So obviously, I don't know if YouTube's unsubscribing anybody. I don't usually like to jump to that conclusion, but I think perhaps still shedding some people who just don't care and picking up people who do care. So that's the way I want to go. I don't know if I have a bottom. I just want people here. I like these new names. Night Wolf Plays. That's a new name. Hello, Night Wolf Plays. How are you doing? Hope you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and watch all day. Watch regularly. Pencil for Life. Phobic Zeno. What's up, guys? Jiminy Cricket. Dale Stafford. This isn't a dragon drawn with your feet. No! This was drawn with my hand on a tablet. You guys want to see it? Your growth is better than a certain amphibian gay, according to Social Blade. That's everyone. Mike, YouTube is rough thing to master. Yeah. I swear I met Guy. Says Ray. Caca, ahoy, Mike. What's up, King Crow? What's up? Freudian slip. It'll happen to the best of us. It's true. Bring on the dragons. All right. So here it is. I'm just going to show you. I guess I can show you both designs. It's not like it's not top secret or anything. We're trying to get these. She needs to have these in market by April. So we are like mad rush designing. So this is a great big crystal. I think I've shown you guys before the crystals. Let me see. I can show you what I's doing. So this is like some crazy business. This is a crazy business. The crystals, I'll just show you in the camera so you can see like size comparison. The crystals are like this size, right? So yeah, the dragons are like that. Now there has to be, sorry, that's not focusing at all. But you know, it's like the size of part of your finger, right? You can figure it out. Actually, I have small hands. The crystal's about 1.25 inches, although she said there might be larger crystals, and each crystal is like unique. These are extremely expensive crystals. These pieces she sells, I don't know how much the dragons are, but of all her different designs, these range from $5,000 to $30,000. She sells these. They're extremely popular in Japan. And oddly enough, you know, she did this one, right? You can tell this is like a Asian dragon, right? So she does the Asian dragon design. And she's like, it's hugely successful. But people want European dragon designs. And she doesn't know how to design it. So she called to me. No, they're crystals. They're crystals. Oh, you're not new? You're just not active. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here, bro. Glad you're here. $5,000 to $30,000. Yeah, and as her business grows, she seeks higher and higher quality stuff. So she's looking at one crystal that's like $1 million, and she wants to do something with that. So it's a crazy business that she just kind of, I don't want to say she stumbled into it, but she told me her whole story, how she ended up, you know, like just starting. She didn't even know how to design jewelry or anything. She just started making jewelry because she wanted crystals. She wanted crystal jewelry that she really liked, and she couldn't find any. And she just heard a voice telling her to make it herself. And she started making them herself. And then she just eventually she started selling them, and then she took them to Japan, and her sister, somehow or another, these end up, her crystal jewelry ends up in like the biggest, most expensive stores in Japan, right? Jewelry stores and stuff. And like I said, $5,000 to $30,000 for these things. And so when she decided she needed a artist to design her some cool crystals. Yeah, so you guys probably can't afford one of these. Sorry. I won't be doing an Indiegogo. What's the other one? Let's see. Let me show the first one. Open. The first one looks like Star Dragon one. Looks like this. So this is a different style. So she gave me some of these crystals. I mean, I'm sure she's going to take them back because they're expensive crystals. I know they don't look like much to me. But then again, you know, what do I know? So you have these different. Actually, I think I recognize that crystal down there. I used to be into all this stuff. Like I said, I was a apprentice jeweler when I was younger. And so she gave me these different ones, and she's like, we need different designs to hold different facets and whatnot. So I did this design as well. And so that's what I'm doing. And if they do well, she's sort of prognosticating that she's going to sell a ton of these things. And if it does well, I will do well. Again, $5,000 to $30,000. I don't know what her profit margin is, but Should be nice. Should be nice. So that's what. So I had this meeting with her. Sat down, did a bunch of sketches, talked about design and stuff. And it's funny because she's never done. She never learned jewelry making or anything. Her daughter is an artist. She took some stuff in art school that helped her to design some. Where is her pamphlet? I have a. Let me see if I can find some stuff and then just post it up here. The stuff that they usually do. Light of Ashtar jewelry. Let me see if I can find any on the interwebs and I can share it. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, this is like the stuff that they usually do, right? This is all like hand curled, hand woven, hand wrapped crystals, right? This is their standard stuff, or not standard. It's all, each piece is like unique, right? Or at least relatively unique. Well, I guess unique because they're all handmade. And so this new dragon thing and casting is a totally different avenue, but it's, I guess the first one she did is just hugely popular, and so she's hoping that this one will also be hugely popular. And then she is a very, very share the wealth kind of a lady. So yeah, she's one of my mom's best friends, and it's just very, it's, I don't know, it's kind of bizarre that this is all happening. But yeah, that's what it's like. Model 06, Light of Ashtar. Here's another one. And it's all in Japanese because they're all just very, very popular in Japan. All right, Eric Hawkins, peace out. Have a great one. Fake it till you make it. I'm starting at home surgery. What is the next step after these detailed orthos? They go to the guy that did the 3D modeling on the first one. He will be doing the 3D modeling on this. I mean, she said that I could do it, but I don't know how to do 3D modeling. So, I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out. I've played with Blender in the past, but seems like I want somebody that knows what he's doing first. Nope, my wallet says it's a no-go. Sorry, Mike. Mike is giving some away. No, he's not. But anyways, that's why I couldn't do God Squad today, and why I had to. So my Integra is not running right now, and my bet is on the Yakuza. So she's legit. She is legit, and doing quite well. So that's why she left. And I'm like, Mom, can you leave your car here so I can actually go see my niece? Because my wife had already left, and then we had our meeting, and then I'm like, I want to go have dinner with my niece. So I borrowed my mom's car, went and visited my niece, came back here, did these drawings up for her, and then I'm like, I got to stream today. I got to stream at least a little bit, right? What is the topic du jour? The topic du jour is the truth is black and white. Black and white. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth. The truth. The truth is black and white. I got my black and white in from our good friend, me compatriot, Artie Bear. If I can, wow, he used some thick tape. Holy cats and jammers. Oh my gosh, I can't even get my knife into it. The lines are blue and red. The truth is black and white. And Art's book is black and white. So I'm doing a box opening. I'm doing opening. I'm doing an opening. Thick tape. Thick. Gemini mailer, as we all know. Ooh, swag. Look at that. Okay, let's look at the swag. Oh, we got a hand-signed appreciato. Appreciative. All of us at Hatch Shack Studios want to let you know how much we appreciate your support of our work. Thank you, Mo, PTK, and Tag. Hey, Mo. Which one's art? I guess those are the... Is that... Which one of these is arts? Hey. Why is it? Okay, let's look at the swag bag first. Swag bag begins. Aloha, Edwin. Let me know if you want to pop in, bruh. We have the Anti-Robotics Task Force. That is a very cool badge. Very cool badge. MI10. We have a stick it to the bots black and white a sticker which is doesn't want to focus. Well, it looks cool anyways. We have the black and white patch. Is it this way? Is it this way? Oh, is it this? I don't know. It's a yin yang symbol. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. Who is Tag? Tag was his assistant. I thought she didn't work with him anymore, but and then 3 buttons is black and white, blanco and el blanco. No, it's black and white, but negro. Blanco, negro blanco. Black and white pin, black and white pin, and crap. I can't tell what this is. Oh, it's the black and white. It's the Greg Capullo. I'm sorry, my thing is not focusing. My fault. It's not my fault. I'm not taking the blame for this. Blanco y negro. Blanco y negro. It's not okay to say in negro. You cannot speak Spanish in America and say negro because it sounds like a word you're not allowed to say. Because everybody's got their panties in a bunch. And now, the pièce de résistance. Let's see. Tag was art assistant, but moved to greener pastures. I think she still talks with Art, and I think she will be back working with him on black and white too. I don't know which one of these is Art's stinking signature. Mo, PTK, and Tag. Does anyone know? Mike said the N-word. See? Mike said negro. I did say negro. It's el negro. Hey, Shorty, I believe you're talking to me. So cruel. Or were you talking about Art? Mo. It's Mo. Hey, Mo. No. Hey, Mo. Why is his signature Mo? Negro Modelo is delicious. You don't know who PTK is? It sounds like a murderer. Oh, that's BTK. Is that BTK? Dang it, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this here, too. Hold up now. All right, I can't get to the book yet because I got all this other swag in here. You guys ever clean up this area? You're always knocking bowls and dishes and crap all over the place. All right, so we got a little bitty print here, black and white. Well, little bitty. It's the size of a comic book, which makes sense because, oh, look at that. We've got a calendar. black and white 2020 calendar. So you can put that on your wall and look at it every day and say, wow, this is the year of black and white. Dun, dun, dun. PTK is his wife, Pam. So it's PKT. Got it. Got it. So why is his signature Mo? Mo, it's Mo because Art doesn't know how to spell his own name. Come on now. Art was around when they invented language. We have the postcard for Chrono Mechanics. Hustle it up live now on Indiegogo. Excellent hustle, Art. You need to get people hip to the Chrono. We have the excellent black and white trading card. I really wish these things would focus. There we go. There we go. That is excellent. I love it. I love it. Art, you should think about doing this for a living. Look, and he's got the same power stats and stuff as I have on the back of my card. So Art and I could play the same game with our... Wow, look. Wait, which one is it? Power ratings. Is it for black or white? You can't have power ratings for both of them on one card. Oh, it's for read. It's for read. Wow, this guy's like must be mega huge buff because he's got a almost maxed out on power, right? I was like, yeah, my dude has max stamina, but he's not like the freaking Hulk, which would be a 7. So if Hulk is 7, this dude is like near strength, speed, agility, and durability. Pretty damn near Hulk levels. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. And then we have the black and white. Justice can only be negro y blanco. What does that say? Remastered. Remastered. All right. Finally. Finally. I know God rolled. Hulk is puny. He's more powerful than Thanos. We'll see. I'll read this thing and we'll see. That seems pretty. What a Mary Sue, he says. God rolled. This book looks interesting. Sadly, I must have missed it. How did you miss it? I promoted this like all the time. Oh yeah, you've been busy. Well, I'm sure it will be available soon. Come signed by this strange person, Mo. I don't know. How do you get Art T. Bear out of Mo? Pamela T. Bear and Tag. She's it. They're perfect. Marvel numbers are too whack to really use. D&D numbers are better to use. I don't know. I mean, clearly his guy would kick the butt on my guy because those are some high numbers. I don't know if I should show this to you. Should I show it? I don't think I should. This is good art. Wow, did he? Yeah, I think he like redrew like every stinking page in this book almost. Because, yeah, this looks like his newer stuff, not his older stuff. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Chrono Mechanics will be signed as Larry. 5 pages? 5 pages what? He redrew 5 pages? I can't believe that. Yeah, he redrew almost everything, right? Right? Yeah, show us. All right, I'll show you some of the pages, I think. I mean, and it's weird because I'm an artist. I'm an artist, so I'm like, oh, I'm not all into, oh, let's do all the splash pages and stuff, but I really like that face. Look at that face. Isn't that a great face? It's got such character to it. That's a great face. I'm not like the guy that'll be like, look at this hand. Oh my gosh, can you see the way he did this hair? That's you could pull original pages to compare. Oh yeah. Oh, show like 4 or 5 pages. Yeah, like I really feel like this whole page must have been re-illustrated. It's really doesn't look like his older stuff. It really looks new. These pants are great. Right? Am I wrong or am I right? Of course I'm right. Oh. Shoot you the link. All right. Invite. Copy to the clipboard. E pasta. E pasta. All right. You have the link, sir. You have the link. You have. Wow, I just got hungry all of a sudden. Dang it. Oh, like and share, ladies and gentlemeners. I'm not sure that's good. The guy on the bottom right is his older stuff, but almost everything else there is new. What's up, Edwin?
What's a good word, man?
I'm going to shrink you down so that we can actually look at this artwork. Shoot Ricky Gervais a link too.
You shut your mouth.
I would, but don't think I have it. I could send Dean Kane a link, but I don't think he'd come in.
Oh yeah, I'm Ricky Gervais. Let me come hang out with some comic nerds.
What happened to my thing? Oh, I have like a little bit of eraser to stick my volume control to the top of my computer so I can reach it.
Do you have a booster seat in your chair?
Oh, shush your mouth. You watch your mouth, mister. Did you get your black and white yet?
I got the digital one. What I've got that I've had for a while is the Oodles
Art.
Doodles. Yeah.
The art T-Bear.
Yeah.
Art of the T-Bear. Oh, dude, you know what I totally forgot I had? I hate to interrupt this, but I just realized how hungry I am. I bought cheese balls today. I haven't had these in such a long time, and they were at grocery outlet, and I'm like, cheese balls. I gotta put some of them cheesy balls in my mouth.
What? Hang on. Am I on Art of the Hero? Whatever. A little spicy there. Do they have MSG? Cheese balls, like the first 10 taste good, but then there's like this.
So you only like 10 balls in your mouth.
Yes. Hang on, let's just say that again so they can get the good clip on that.
Junkyard Ben says they're supple.
Oh. Yeah, that's getting clipped.
Once in a while I like to just take 2 balls.
Mike. Repent. What were you doing today? Have you been drinking?
Not yet. I have not yet begun.
You're gonna need something to cleanse your palate of the aftertaste of those balls.
There you go.
In your mouth. This is all getting clipped. Mike and Edwin are fake Christians.
Oh no.
Yeah. This is all getting clipped. Like by their own testimony, Mike and Edwin are fake Christian degenerates.
I know. We're terrible.
Yeah.
We are indeed the worst. The worst.
Yeah.
Mike, what are you doing? I'm eating cheese balls, okay? I'm hungry, and I had these right within arm's reach. And now I'm just popping balls in my mouth. I don't know what the problem is.
Has the aftertaste kicked in?
I love Cheetos. What are you talking about?
But well, yeah, Cheetos are right, but those are cheese balls.
I know, but they're essentially the same thing.
Kung Fu Kitty says, "Are they sweaty balls?"
You mean sweaty?
Sweaty,
Sweaty?
sweaty.
Sweaty balls.
Well,
Have you ever seen that?
apparently, you putting cheesy balls in your mouth is the key to
Mm.
views. Your views went up 5.
Mm.
Now, is this the
Love
audience
having-
that you want to cultivate?
Ah.
Video. Oh, no, we won't do that.
Have you seen the sweaty balls skit?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, funny, dude. I tell you, Alec Baldwin may be a first-class knucklehead, but that dude can be so funny.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. What was that show he was on? 30 Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. That was fun when
He's such a genuine talent. I hate that he's so crazy. You know?
Yeah, and even that was kind of like a send up of his character was like a send up of a conservative businessman, but the way he played it made it funny. Yeah.
Mm. I only saw a little bit of 30 Rock. I plan on watching the whole thing, but I've just,
But watch that. I don't even think they could make 30 Rock today.
Oh, yeah.
I
I think the pendulum's swinging, dude. We're going to be coming back to cheesy balls.
Well, yeah, you may be onto something here. It says, real Dr. Vinkman says, I came for the sweaty cheesy balls. I came here. I came here. Yeah.
Please don't be such a degenerate on my show, Edwin. I'm trying to be a good example for my chat and for my family.
I feel like your children should leave the room.
Want some balls?
No, you're
My son doesn't
corrupting
like-
the youth. You're corrupting the youth. No. That's
Quinn, I sent you the link if you want to come in.
Rhaegar Targaryen is Edward High. No, I am not high. I'm horrified. It's video. It says Mike after dark. Yeah, Mike after midnight.
They're pretty small, these balls. So I do like.
That's definitely getting clipped. Oh no. Oh.
What are you talking about? I usually like.
Oh no!
I can't say it. I can't say it.
No.
Ah.
Asuka says we're getting a glimpse of pre-Christian Mike. I think we need to do a cross examinations. Yeah. It's time for a holy crusade.
This is what happens when I don't do God Squad on Saturday.
Yeah. Ray Thuler says this is what happens when you. I was thinking that this morning. I got up and noodled around the house a little bit, and then I saw you were going out. And, yep. But guys, this is why he does cross examinations, and this is why we read the Bible every day.
To cleanse my soul of my degeneracy.
Yes. While both of us like to share Jesus with you, no one needs Jesus more than me and Mike.
And I am perfectly willing to share my balls with you, if anyone.
It can get worse.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So what are the ingredients in cheese balls? Is it just organic balls? Or yeah.
It is degerminated yellow cornmeal. Does that mean irradiated?
From the chant, All American Cornbread says, "Get your balls out my face, Mike." Put your 3D glasses on.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I know, and dude, I've got ball residue all over my fingers. It's just.
I think of all the nights I've ever streamed with you. This is This is the most I've ever wanted to challenge you to some friendly fisticuffs.
Uncle Kitty says, "Okay, I'm officially 8 years old. I can't stop laughing." These are like fart jokes, dude. They never get old.
Boy,
They're never too old for fart jokes.
It is like that article we read about the Christians in China. Oh my God, that was so hard. That was so hard because I mean, you know they're struggling stuff. You know it's rough with it, but just the names. Come on, man.
I know. What the heck?
Yang Wang and Poon. Are you serious?
I know. VDR says Mike will eat the whole can. My wife will kill me if I eat this whole can because there's a lot of sodium in these little balls. They're very salty balls. I don't know. Rhaegar
Targaryen says, "Suddenly I am back in 8th grade." Yeah. Yeah.
Ray Thulu says, "Wang."
Rhaegar Targaryen. Yeah, see, Rhaegar remembers it. Yeah, that was what made it horrible. He says it was not just Poon. It was Dr. Poon.
It was Dr. Poon.
All right, so anybody who missed that
Dr.
You're going to choke on them balls. Your kids are going to have to take you to the emergency room. What happened? Dad choked on some balls. Some cheesy balls.
Tried to choke those balls down, but check your blood pressure after.
You are the worst.
Junkyard Dunn says, Dr. Poon is a comic villain name, if ever I heard one. Indeed.
Is there MSG in those bad boys?
Oh, yeah. I never got past the first one. Degerminated yellow cornmeal. Which, again, does that mean irradiated? How do you
degerminate
cornmeal?
No. It's the way the cornmeal is processed. It's the parts that are removed from the corn as it's grifted or grist. It's
canola oil. Nacho cheese blend, which is made from whey, salt, sunflower oil, dried tomato, natural flavor, cheddar cheese, which is pasteurized milk. Cheese. This is a what do you call it? What do you call those things you put on the side? Brackets? Not brackets. Things.
Yeah, I can see
things and the stuff. Hold on.
I could see the ball residue on your hands.
I know.
Ooh.
I can't say.
Phobic Zeno says Edwin is a bad influence. No. I am just an observer. I am a witness to this train wreck.
Quinn, I'm afraid to go anywhere with you on this.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Balls.
Cheese balls?
I think we should all have a moment of prayer.
Yes,
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come.
No. All right. Let's focus here.
No, Quinn is the responsible adult bringing this.
I'm giving up. Thank you, Quinn. I'm giving up putting balls in my mouth. Let's read the rest of these. Pasteurized milk, cheese, cultures, salt, and enzymes. So much salt. Monosodium glutamate. I love MSG, though. I'm a huge fan of MSG. I don't buy any of the crap that MSG is bad for you.
See, like my wife, if my wife eats MSG, she'll get like puffy. She has a reaction to it.
That's just her inner glow. What are we doing?
I'm just playing video games.
Oh, thought you were going to make another Mike Miller character.
No.
What video?
That? Oh, this is No Man's Sky.
Oh, isn't that didn't do well.
It didn't do well initially, but it had a resurgence because they really updated it over the last several years. I've been a fan of it since the beginning. I always saw the potential in it. It's gotten really good.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Quinn, do you ever play paper and pencil RPGs?
Paperland? You mean like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff?
Yeah.
I never have. I've always wanted to. I've never like had like people to play with.
Because I think they're going to update the Dune RPG. I think there's going to be a video game and a traditional Dune role playing game.
I saw the board game that they
Yeah.
re-released it. Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah, I know they're working on a lot of different like Dune things because of the movie.
And
Brian Herbert is really busy.
There's going to be a new graphic novel. I'm not sure what I think of that so far. Though.
I mean, I saw a little bit of the art. I've just got to I've got to see more of it. Like you said, I'm not too sure about it. This game here, No Man's Sky, the guy that made it, Sean Murray, his favorite book ever is actually Dune.
Oh yeah.
And Dune was a big part of like why he decided to make this game, and it's really just a game about like galactic empires and stuff like that, exploring the universe.
Yeah, it's just like endless, right?
It's endless. It's so much fun. I say if you're a person that you saw the game when it first launched and it was disappointing, go back and like have a look at it now. It's so different. Like Internet Historian just did a video on it actually about how great it is now. I'm glad it's finally getting recognition.
So this game, you like can go to a planet and like terraform it. Right?
Not exactly terraform, or you can do a lot of other stuff. I'm looking for my ship. Where is my freaking ship?
I'm just wondering if this is like the next level of you playing God with characters.
Yeah, kind of, and it's almost like advanced Minecraft. It becomes at some point because you can like build bases, and it gets really really cool.
What's that?
All right.
What's that?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
I heard of it too.
Is it multiplayer?
It is now. It has been since the next update. That's what the update was called. It was called Next.
And then like they couldn't see each other, and then like
that was.
Were they like on different planets?
No, like initially they were like, oh, it has multiplayer, but it actually didn't. It was a feature that they were still working on, I guess. But now it like legitimately does. So
what are you doing here? You're just running across a planet.
No, actually, no. I'm trying to find my ship. I just like opened up my save and I don't remember where I put my ship, so I'm just gonna summon it.
He forgot where he parked. Too much like my real life. Oof. That was not a good one.
Yeah, I actually don't know what my mission is, so let me just check my log real quick.
Started 3242.
Yeah, it gets very Star Trek at some point. If you can play the game in a bunch of different ways, like there is, you could have a freighter and like go on missions. And I haven't done a lot of the multiplayer stuff, but they have this whole thing where you can team up with people, different people playing the game.
Part of it is kind of like EVE Online, or
I don't know what that is.
It's like a big spaceships. It's a multiplayer game, but it's spaceship combat like across the universe.
There is some spaceship combat. I mean, it's so hard to explain. Like there's a lot of elements to it. Just there's this big universe to explore and do whatever you want. There's economies in every system. There's multiple solar systems. Oh no, what's my computer doing?
It's pretty.
It is a very pretty game, yeah, and it's gone through several like kind of like overhauls and updates. So I'm gonna.
Hey, warp speed.
I know, right? So cool. So I'm looking for.
It's Alderaan. Damn it.
I don't know what the name of this planet. This planet is called Ayin, and I discovered that planet.
Tahine? Like the stuff you put on fruit?
So it's AYEN. That's the name of that planet. Doug, in the early trailer for this game, there was a sandworm. But that feature is not in the game. We don't know. Maybe one day it'll actually end up in the game. Because I would love to find a desert planet with sandworms.
Maybe it's just on a planet you haven't discovered yet.
And there's an endless amount of planets, and they're always updating the variants and all that stuff.
So this is kind of like what's that really bad movie Steven Spielberg did with the
which one?
Ready Player One.
I guess kind of one of the there is a story mode of this game, and it's super complicated. And I guess I've finished it, but basically once you get to the end of it, well, throughout the game, if you go through the story mode, you keep
locking up. That's interesting quality
over
about
and over and over. And it's like 16, 16, 16, and it's like, what is that? What is 16? And so you get to the end of the game, and you basically realize
you're 16 years old.
Your character comes to the realization that its universe is a simulation, and that the universe has 16 minutes, I think, or 16 seconds until it dies. But within the simulation, that could be an infinite amount of time. Who knows how long that is? But from the simulations, like outside, it has 16 seconds before it like overloads or something. That's the general gist of the story, I guess. What the heck am I supposed to do in here?
I have no idea. Is my female avatar murdered anybody yet?
She's working on some dark ritual, and she's got this old lady like trapped that she's been torturing so that she can test her pain.
You're sticking her with the gum jabora. Huh?
It's actually the same old lady that sold her weed.
Opie Dog wants to know if we can get back to eating balls.
The cheesy balls.
No, I'm done. I ate half that can. My wife's gonna kill me. What? That's kind of random. Dali Pep says, how do you guys think about Punjab Islam? I've never even heard. I know isn't Punjab a city in
India. Yeah.
But
don't have a strong opinion on that, to be honest.
I have no clue.
Foreign
random question.
Rhaegar Targaryen says, is the dark ritual spirit cooking?
What?
Spirit cooking is like this weird... Oh, Mike, who was that lady's name? She was like a performance artist, and she was kind of blending like...
I don't know.
Kind of weird rituals with like performance art. But she was kind of linked in with the Podestas and like some of that other...
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
That crap was weird.
That was super weird.
Yeah.
This game...
Are you not aware of the spirit cooking thing?
I've heard of spirit cooking, but I don't really know what it is. It's like some conspiracy, right?
No. The Podestas would go to these spirit cooking parties. I don't know. Some other celebrities were there too, and it's. I mean, people have pictures from the parties, and it was all just very dark, creepy stuff.
It looks like Quinn. It looks like some sort of ritualized magic mixed with performance art to separate celebrities and wealthy people from their money.
Well, that's really weird.
Yeah, and I don't want to show the pictures because there's like...
And it's wacky, man.
Yeah, I knew it was like some cult, like, I don't know, stuff.
Nightwolf plays this. Well, I need to go to bed. And I know. Well, glad you stopped in, Nightwolf. I hope
brother.
Hope you're doing good, man.
Whatever. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry I didn't recognize your name. Spirit cooking is bloody. Yeah, I don't really want to delve down that topic.
Do they cook your soul?
No, Daydreamer's Way said blood and semen and cheese balls. Spirit cooking. Why did I read that out loud?
Spirit cooking.
Spirit cooking. Sounds like Taylor Swift's crowd. Oh.
It just sounds so bizarre.
Nightwolf Plays has got a YouTube channel where he does videos and pop culture reviews.
Oh, yeah?
So he's a fun person to follow.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Oh, never mind. If he shows up, he shows up. I dropped somebody a link. It'd be interesting if he showed up because it would pretty much be the first time he showed up on a stream. Think of the children, Samuel Guzman. I know. I'm trying.
Rhaegar Targaryen, is that the Nightwolf? Yes, Rhaegar. Yes, Rhaegar. He was. Nightwolf probably got a little bit more attention than he cared for today.
Oh. Yeah, boy. If I hadn't sworn off that topic, I would have a lot to say today.
No, I think they could figure it out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's all right. At some point, we're gonna have to announce your artist there, Quinn.
Yes.
Is it finalized?
I mean,
He's into it, and obviously Quinn's into it. So,
definitely.
but yeah, maybe we should let's wait to have some art, and then we can.
Let me go to
Yeah.
private chat. Is it?
Oh, I think you know who it is.
Yeah, you should know it is. It's who we were talking about
The
before.
former.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, great choice. Great choice. This
Former.
would be a great looking book.
That was a pretty interesting stream. What happened today? I slept today. Says Dragon. Chickens coming home to roost? I don't know. I don't know how to say it without.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to just not talk.
But talking about it obliquely is kind of lame too. So
Yeah.
we just got to keep on trucking.
Yeah. You can easily visit YouTube and find out. So oblique. Samuel Guzman. Anyway, have a good night, Mike. Awesome stream. Good laughs made my night. All right, Samuel. Thank you for being here. Have a great one. Don't worry about talking about it. I'll figure it out in the future. Probably. Yeah. Do it.
Alicia Kingston says, "Top of the morning to you, folks." I don't know if
Top of the morning to you, Alicia. How do you do it now there? So Quinn, what's up on your video schedule?
What's up on my video schedule?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow I'm putting up a video on Jodorowsky's Dune.
cool.
And that's a topic people have wanted me to talk about for a while. So basically, a couple years ago, this guy, Alejandro Jodorowsky, put out this documentary about how he was working on the original Dune movie back in like the 70s before David Lynch got his hands on it. And yeah, it's a documentary about how it's like the greatest movie that, oh my God, look at that planet. It's like an Earth-like planet. Holy crap. I've never seen anything like that. Anyways, it's like, I'm going to go to that planet though. But yeah, it's about like how this movie never got made, but how all the people that like worked on this movie, like Mobius and H.R. Giger, went on to like put these ideas into all these other movies like Alien and Star Wars. And it's just like how the reach of Jodorowsky's Dune just really, it kind of like it influenced a lot of science fiction from that point on, and nobody knows about it. So that's what the documentary is about. So I'm reviewing the documentary and I'm talking about it. And I'm actually titling the video "Why I'm Glad Jodorowsky's Dune Never Got Made," because Jodorowsky was kind of a wild guy and he had all these like kind of crazy ideas, and it wouldn't have been exactly Frank Herbert's Dune. It would have been his own weird Dune, but like it had a lot of really awesome talent behind it, and because of it never being made, you got a lot of really awesome stuff, like like The Fifth Element, which was based off of. It was like largely based off of The Inkle, which was it took a lot from The Inkle, which was Jodorowsky's book that he did after he couldn't do Dune. So he put a lot of the ideas that he wanted to put in Dune into The Inkle, and then The Fifth Element ripped it off. But a lot of people ripped it off though.
Dude, how big is this game on your computer?
How big is it? What do you mean?
Like how many gigs does
file size? I'm actually not sure, but the game is actually procedurally generated.
Oh, okay. That's why it's an infinite world.
Interesting.
God, I play it in VR a lot, so I'm so not used to like using the regular PC control. So that's why I couldn't figure out how to land at first. This planet is insane. Whoa.
Is it insane?
So you move around like that in VR? Like
yeah. Oh my God.
That gives
so
me
cool.
Freaking motion sickness, man.
Bits of pretzels. That is no.
You have to get used to it.
Mike,
it took me a minute for sure.
Dale Stafford said he played the classic Eastbound and Down, and people got up and sang along.
Eastbound and Down.
Yep, load it up and truck it.
You want to hear my funny, weird Hollywood moment story? It's not it's just the kind of thing you only see in movies, right?
Yeah.
So I was at Chicago Comic-Con one time, and we were at a pizza parlor with some friends, and I go to the bathroom. I'm a huge Beatles fan, by the way. And she was just 17, comes on just as I'm leaving the bathroom, right? Which is all the way across the restaurant from my table. And so I start belting it out. She was just a 17, like walking to my channel, and everybody like in the restaurant is like staring at me. And I started like pointing at tables, and the people at the tables started singing it too. And by the time I got back to my seat, like the whole restaurant was singing this.
I am in trouble.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah, I think this planet has a lot of really valuable stuff on it, and it's under the protection of the Sentinels, and I just took some gravitano balls, and now they want to kill me.
What kind of balls did you take?
They were... Oh god, my weapons are not strong enough.
Is the Protectorate coming to destroy you?
I'm just an explorer. I'm not...
You're a man of peace.
Stealing stuff, Quinn.
I mean, they were just sitting there.
Oh, you're getting wrecked, son.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run away and call my ship later.
You went to the wrong neighborhood, Quinn.
Run away.
But this world is so beautiful. It doesn't...
You couldn't have just got on your ship?
I could, but they will unleash the Sentinel ships, and they'll chase me into outer space. So
I see you know the ways of the rising phoenix there. Ooh.
I could see myself living on this planet, though.
Yeah, bits of pretzels. That's No Man's Sky. Well, you got some people saying this game looks cool, and I do think it looks cool.
Yeah, and I'm about to die. I need oxygen.
So I hate I had to leave early the other day with the conversation y'all were having with Terry and Doug. Did anybody get persuaded, or was it just making points?
No, it was just a conversation. So I don't think nobody got persuaded. Although Quinn now understands that he is a left-leaning libertarian.
Yes, I took a political compass test, and it was rather interesting. It's rather interesting. Oh my god, what is that?
I don't know, but it looks like it hates you.
Stay away from that. It turns out this is like a hostile Sentinel planet. Yeah, these things are really valuable. They really don't want me to have these. I'm taking all of them.
Rusty says, "Hey Edwin, thanks for keeping up with the crowdfunding stats."
Yeah, I did a complete update on all of Indiegogo today.
Oh, right on.
Sweet.
Right on.
January is kind of slow. It's just a slow month for Indiegogo. That's normal, though.
Yep. A political what test? It sort of tests where you stand on the political spectrum. Quinn kept saying he was far left, and I kept finding myself agreeing with stuff he said, and I'm like, I don't think you're far left, dude.
I wonder what would classify as far left. I still think I'm further left than the majority of Americans.
I mean, the further left you get, the more totalitarian you get. The more you want the government in control of everything. And libertarians are more for personal freedom and the right to be an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I kept thinking you were going, because you seem like you are really a freedom guy, a free speech guy, personal rights guy, and I'm like, that's not
for sure.
Left. So that's why I kind of knew.
God, this is nerve-wracking.
Have you checked your mailing list lately?
Not today, but the last time I checked, I was like closing in on 1,500.
Yeah,
oh, nice. That's a good start, man.
It's been like 2 weeks, Edwin, and he's freaking screaming.
Well, I'm telling you, if you go for anybody who hasn't been to Quinn's,
I don't have any
YouTube
fuel
channel, he does reviews and he kind of does breakdowns of different stuff. But in that, Quinn is a storyteller too. And so I've got a lot of confidence that the Quinn can bring that to his graphic novel. Storytelling is storytelling is storytelling.
Yeah, definitely a bit nervous to show it to everyone, but really excited as well. And I know that I've read a lot of terrible fantasy stories, and I know what I don't like. So I'm going to try and not do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Just have you reconciled yourself to receiving like criticism before you know what I mean?
I mean, the thing is, I read criticisms about myself every single day. I mean, so it's like I'm ready for it.
Useful criticism, though.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
Dragon says, by mailing list, do you mean that is attached to Indiegogo that it gives you freely, or do you mean a separate mailing list? I think he will get the mailing list, the one that is attached to Indiegogo.
Yes.
But yeah, that's great because if you can get people going there because they're already interested in that project, and then that's almost like guaranteed sales for each and every one of those people. You know, that's going to be pretty epic. We're trying to get Quinn up to about 5,000 signups on his email list before he even launches his campaign.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's going to be pretty dope. Dale Stafford says, I used to be extreme right. I think I transitioned towards libertarianism. Yeah, because like I said, I'm pretty far right, but I am more in line with letting personal responsibility, personal freedom, be an idiot if you want to. This is America, damn it. That's our God-given right to be. Right? So I think
America.
Oh, Alicia says, Quinn, you should also consider narrating. You have the voice for it.
That's what everyone has been saying. Yeah. So I'm going to figure out a way to narrate, Tadia somehow. So yeah, definitely that's in the cards.
Yeah. Doing a those little videos once we have it done, narrating through like little 5-minute chapters or whatever on your channel, just getting people hooked, because you end up doing that all the way through the series. People are going to watch every single one of those. So that should be a great way to garner more comic book audience as well.
Yeah, for sure.
OP Dog says, don't libertarians support open borders? Well, I said I'm more libertarian. I'm not like dyed in the wool.
I mean, yeah, you can be like a little bit of something. You don't have to necessarily support all the ideas.
Yeah.
There's nuance.
That's
one thing that people forget about all the time. Just because someone says like I'm this or I'm that doesn't mean they necessarily believe a certain thing.
Yeah. That's why I hate labels.
Yeah.
I don't say I'm a libertarian. I just kind of tell people I'm sort of conservative libertarian, just because it's like that's the general realm of where I exist.
Oh my god, I need oxygen. Okay.
So those crystals are your fuel source?
Which crystals? Oh, the blue ones? I can take those blue crystals and I can combine them with ferrite dust to make a type of fuel. But yeah, that's one type of fuel. It's actually like a low grade fuel that I can make. But right now I need oxygen. And I just scanned and there's some over here.
Curious 2 Alpha says, just stop stealing my money, government. And you're probably talking about that in the context of taxation as theft. But I would make the argument to you that the Federal Reserve and the deficits we've been running have done more to steal your money than any income tax ever did.
That's like the wealth tax. It's the Fed increasing the monetary supply, decreasing your purchasing value, is stealing more of your wealth than probably anything else. Because it doesn't matter if you just have $100,000 in the bank and you just kept it there. Eventually, you won't be able to buy $100,000 worth of stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
let's see, what was the
Appreciation of the dollar is set at what, 3% per annum?
let's see. Let me check the deflation rate or inflation rate for 2009. Inflation rate for 2000. It's just when you have all this new money entering the system artificially, inflation in 2019 was $1.71, and that's from the consumer price index. So that's more important to some people, less important to others. But that means by the end of the year, a dollar only bought $98 worth of, or a dollar only buy 98 cents
So
worth of
2%.
stuff. Yeah, rounding up.
Yeah, from the inception of the Fed to today, the dollar is worth 13% of what it was, I believe. That's theft. It's the Fed, man. And the Fed.
Freaking feds.
Freaking Fed.
All right, so one of these planets looked really good, but it was a hostile sentinel planet, and the other one,
That means
desolate.
you have to come back with an army, man.
Oh, Adam,
No.
Adam Friended asked you a question, and so we can use that for a segue. He said, and let me give you some context. He asked if Ben Shapiro's sister is in your new book. That's kind of like a 4chan meme. 4chan has been really unkind to Ben Shapiro's sister.
Oh,
Why
really?
not Rebecca?
Because there's one of his sisters is really pretty, but I think she's a singer, but they've done some pretty unkind memes with it. But that allows me to transition into Project MAGA.
I know his other sister, Rebecca.
The one who sings.
She's very nice. She's the one that got him hooked on comic books.
Oh, okay. Now, what's Project MAGA coming?
I didn't work on it today because I was working on the jewelry, which I don't know if you saw that at the beginning of the show.
I did
I
not.
saw it.
Yeah, what do you think?
Looks pretty cool.
Cute.
You know, with the dragon and stuff.
Yeah, here, I can put it up again. I'm doing some jewelry design for a friend of my mom who has these very high end jewelry pieces that sell in Japan for $5,000 to $30,000 per piece.
Oh well.
Yeah, so it's she gave me the gig because she doesn't know how to draw European style dragons. So these are the two I'm doing right now, and then we'll see what happens after that if it does.
So, is that going to be rendered in gold or silver?
Gold, 18 karat gold. And then these varying crystals. So the thing is, the crystals are all different sizes, so that's why you have to do something that you can what do you call it? Personalize.
That's
You
adaptable.
can adapt it to each individual crystal. So that's the tail we'll be holding this one on. I gave you the example of I put it away already. The last ones that she had were the Chinese dragons, and they were like, they're just these long, thin dragons. So she just wraps the whole dragon tail around the back. But she's had inquiries about this, European style dragons, and so she came to me. Said, Mike, make me these. I will give you money.
Make me some dragons.
I will give you money. And then she thinks they'll do very, very well. And if they do, then she's gonna kick down pretty nice. Pretty nice. It might be a very, very hot 2020 for me. Can I get a hot 2020 in the chat, please? Thank you very much.
You were just Star Trekking across the universe, Quinn.
Yeah. I'm looking for something specific.
You're out there gathering your dilithium crystals so that you can continue to use your warp speed.
This game is very kind of like grindy. It is like you need this to get that, and you need fuel to get that, and you need this to get that. So
yeah,
there's a lot of that going on.
Everything's a hamster wheel, huh?
Yeah.
That
But,
one. But for procedurally generated, that looked very cohesive and pretty. And so, are even the creatures procedurally generated?
yes, they are, and they're always different. And it's crazy because you can tell they're always updating and improving the algorithm. So the diversity of creatures and their personalities and the types are always changing and improving. It's really cool.
Carla Matt asks, very nice. How much? I'm going to guess those dragon pendants will probably go for around $15,000 to $20,000. So let me know if you want to get one. I might be able to get you a little discount.
How big are those pendants?
The crystals themselves are about, like the long ones are about 1.25 inches.
Oh, okay. So that's going to have a substantial amount of gold in it. Then.
Yes.
Bits of Pretzel says, is he playing this on console or PC? I'm assuming he's playing on PC.
Yeah, as if I would play this game on console.
That sounded so snobby.
I mean, yeah, I'm on PC.
How plebeian of you to even ask that question.
Actually, lower myself to play this console.
I actually do have this on Xbox though, but now I'm playing it on PC.
Yeah. Victor says the benefit about being Asian, get jewelry projects like that. Yeah, I told not the whole story, but a very truncated version of her story, how she fell into this whole thing earlier. But yeah, she's been doing it for 10 years, 11 years now. And wow, just what a crazy thing. Her pieces are in these just high end jewelry stores in Japan, and they just go for up to $30,000 a piece, and she's just pumping these things out. So pretty insane.
Pretty impressive.
Is there a VR version of this?
Yes, I usually play it in VR.
Oh, hyperspace has got to be kind of freaky in VR.
It's a lot to get used to, and it's funny because like these controls down here with like my hands, it's like you steer the ship with your actual hands.
Yeah,
so it's like it's really
you have the
cool.
Oculus Rift?
Yes, that's the one I have. The Rift S. I think it's the same one that you have.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's awesome. It's freaking sweet.
Phobic says the game plays fine on a basic PS4.
Man, Ray Pivolo is going at Woodrow Wilson hard.
By the way, not to delve into the topic that will not be discussed, but guys, check out Bianca Fights the Zombies latest video. It's really good. I don't think he's in here right now, but good video. Good video.
Oh, God, no.
Ah, balloon popper things.
Carla Mott says, with that much movement, how is the motion sickness with VR?
I know. I would vomit, man.
I mean, the way I'm moving it now like this is not how I move it on VR. It's like I have to look around with my actual head. Yeah. So it's not so bad once you get used to it, I guess. Some people get more motion sickness more than other people, so.
Yeah, I just wish the Oculus had a higher resolution screen.
Yeah.
Like 4K or something.
Yeah, but it's so much better than like the previous Oculus. Like the new Oculus, it's way better. I mean, I guess you could get like the really expensive headsets are obviously better. The Vive and all those other ones.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
those are gonna run you like $1,000. So,
how long can you wear that before you start getting like eye strain or it gets a little wacky?
It depends. I've worn it for about 5 hours before.
Oh wow!
I played that Star Wars game, and it was really cool because it's so immersive.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like you're in there. Anywhere you look, you're in the galaxy. I can imagine this game would be pretty epic.
Yeah. You know what's cool about VR too? It's so natural to like hold a weapon in VR. It feels like I don't know. It feels like you're holding a weapon, and when it fires, how it has like the feedback It's really awesome.
Just to me, it's like it feels too. I mean, obviously, because there's no
It's
weight.
too lightweight. Yeah, I get that.
You don't get that feel because you feel like you should feel, right? Because it's so otherwise immersive.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike, are you going to play Chapter 2 of Vader Immortal? I do plan on it, but yeah, busy. You know what I could do is I could play it tomorrow and just record it and do it as an upload instead of doing a live stream.
Antimatter housing.
Victor says, what is Dean Kane's relevancy now? I never saw his Superman. Is it just because you know him? Ethan's a bigger deal, honestly. I don't know who this Ethan person is. Yeah, Dean Kane is a bigger deal. Victor. You don't get the retention of hold a real weapon. Retention.
Well, you know, I mean, but like compared to like just a regular video game, I mean, it's like it's miles above it, you know, shooting in VR.
Because you get some physical feedback.
Yeah, you're actually holding something and firing and aiming. It's like just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, probably within the next 5 to 10 years, some of the feedback and some of the VR, I think it's going to get so immersive that it's going to be addictive to people, where they're going to prefer whatever they're doing in that experience to.
It's going to be like Ready Player One. Just people stuck in VR all day.
When I first got my Oculus Rift S, no joke, like I played it for like hours and hours that first day, and I remember when I took it off, and I'm like just in my library like reading, my hands felt strange, like they weren't my hands. Because like you play VR and you have a set of VR hands, and so I got really used just like in that like I don't know like 5 or 6 hours where I was just playing nonstop to like those VR hands. It's like it's almost like I disassociated from my real hands, and it was a very bizarre feeling.
Have you played Skyrim? Carlomat says the best thing he's played in VR was Skyrim. I think we just got that, didn't we?
I have not played Skyrim in VR.
Dude, you need a shower. Your hair's all greasy.
All right, so I just made some warp drive fuel, but I'm going to go over there and get that copper before I take off.
Gigantic Android said, I flew the Death Star trench run in VR. It was amazing.
Whoa.
That sounds cool. What game is that? That is, what is the name of it?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
The sky belongs to no one. And
are there any like boxing simulators in VR? That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I've never played any, but potentially, maybe.
Phobic Xeno says Bianca Fights the Zombies is a good channel. He's a level-headed guy. Yeah, he's very rational. I don't agree with him, but that's because he thinks I'm irrational. But just because I don't agree with somebody doesn't mean I don't like their content. Especially when he called me fat. Frickin' guy. This.
Aren't you like 400 pounds, I would guess? 300, 400. I'm literally about to die, and I didn't even realize it.
Quinn, you're what, $140 maybe?
I'm like, yeah. I shift from like 150 to like 160.
Oh, really?
How tall are you?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You look much shorter sitting down.
Yeah. People are like, I remember like going to Con of Thrones and people were shocked by how tall I was. Like, oh my God, you're so tall. Yeah. What?
Bad Goat says, yeah, the more I hear about VR, the more I'm thinking about hooking up the old N64.
Okay, time to get off this freaking
virtual reality. What is that?
Oh, HMD, head-mounted display. Is what HMD is? Do you reckon?
HMD.
Head-mounted display.
Dragon. Mm-mm-mm.
I got 20.
What is rate? What's he talking about? Double down on stupid after World War II. What? Huh? Who? What?
Dude, I think
What
it's
is happening here?
God, I'm so annoyed.
I feel like I'm not following this.
Something was.
I had Atari Thumb back in the day. Dude, the worst thing about Atari was the joysticks always broke. Maybe because we just played them so hard. But yeah, they had this little like white ring on the inside that was like just a piece of plastic inside. You put the rubber on top of the plastic. But it was a ring and then another ring on the inside, and it was connected by 4 little pieces of plastic. And I think the idea was that it had give, right? So they didn't want to just do a solid piece of plastic because that wouldn't have any give when you were using the controls. But because it had that separated ring, those things kept snapping because you're always like trying to push forward way farther than it's possible to go. Yeah, head-mounted displays, Dragon says. Show some colored Lone Star pages. Oh, okay.
Lone Star.
Nice.
So these are not corrected yet, though. So let me grab them on Photoshop. It might be easier. File, open. Done. Where are they? Where did I download these things? Not this PDF books. CaltX download. Downloads? No. Important? No. New folder, OBS. Videos, Zoms. Gosh darn it, where did I download stuff? Last month? This is all so much more confusing than it is on my Mac.
Actually, do you have any of this in the Dropbox? If there's
No, I just got them from Mohan.
Put some in the Dropbox when you get a chance, and I will work up a new promo for.
Well, like I said, these aren't corrected yet, so.
Well, yeah, but it's just a promo, yeah.
Libraries, PC, custom. Where in the hell did I freaking? All right, let me just do. Oh, please! I don't know where the hell I put them. Search Lone Star.
Ninja Comics 33 says, still really excited for the book. Hope the delays won't dilute the excitement like certain other ones.
Yeah, just coloring, lettering, and we're off to the races, so it shouldn't be too long now. Is it Lone Dash? Lone Space? Not sure what he saved them as. Lone Star Comics. Why is this not? I downloaded them. Downloads?
Did you download them to your downloads or some wackadoodle folder?
How do I?
Ooh, Ray Thulu says he's taking shots of homemade Applejack. I'm hating life tomorrow. There you go.
All right, here we go. Lone Star. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty game.
I'm just gonna do. I'll show you 4.
Looks like there's something going down here.
Everybody stop now. What's that sound?
Why aren't these opening? 27. All right, share screen. Here's a page. Zoom. Zoom. How do I scroll? I don't know how to use this preview thing.
Oh, shh.
Gummit. Oh, there we go. I just grab it. All right. Well, I guess you already saw these pages as I was drawing them, right? So it shouldn't be too much of a spoiler.
Oh, no,
Where's
really?
the next page?
Walls are holding.
Where's the next page? There we go. Next page. Ugh.
Oh, wicked chair.
Wicked chair.
Wicked
Wicked
chair.
chair. Wicked chair.
So was it worth it?
Well, like here's another thing. I wanted this room to be dark, right?
Oh,
I wanted the
so
whole
there's
room to be
gonna be a
dark, and like little
correction.
bits of lights cracking in through the through past the blinds. But so this whole page has to be redone, essentially. Well, not the whole thing, but the background.
Oh no,
I could just
it's coming down.
With the bottom panel, it's super cool.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
boy.
the Wicker Man.
All right,
Wicked
so for
really makes-
people who may be here the first time, you got to tell people who the Lone Star is and who this ominous man in the wicker chair is.
Well, Lone Star is my superhero. He's sort of a Captain America meets Van Helsing or Blade. He's part of a group of superhero soldiers who take on the things that go bump in the night, the creepy crawlies, the vampires, the werewolves, the
Every time we think I want to.
ghouls and goblins of the world. And they dispatch them to the nether realms or wherever they came from, or they just kill them. And then Lone Star, unfortunately, they're kind of like firemen in the sense that they're usually sitting around waiting for actionable intel because there's not just always it's not supernatural where it's like, hey, did you see in the newspaper there's a Bigfoot over in Wichita, let's drive over there and fight it. They wait for actionable intel, and sometimes that can take 6 months to get real intel on a pride of vampires or a werewolf out in the woods somewhere or whatever it is. And so Lone Star, due to some events in his personal life, is a man who cannot sit there and do nothing. And so he plays superhero every night, goes out, and he senses fear. That's sort of one of his powers. And rather than using it as a predator would, he uses it to go out and defend those who are in mortal danger. And so it's a good way to steer him towards the danger.
Why does Lone Star hate vampires so much? Why can't he just leave them alone and let them live their unlives, you know?
Let them unlive their life. Actually, we play that into I don't want to spoil anything, but in the third issue, you kind of get Svarog. This is Svarog. He's the bad guy. He's like an 800-year-old vampire. And in the third issue, Mind of the Monster, you get to get his story and kind of how he came up and where he is and why he's living in the underground of LA and who his pride of vampires is to him and why he's so upset that Lone Star and his buddies murdered them all.
Victor, did you read Lone Star 1? You see his comment?
You got to think realistic. If there were really a guy like Svarog, a guy like that would be running for governor of New York or something.
That's kind of... All right, hang on. Let me open up my Lone Star.
Well, I mean, he's a vampire. He can't really hang out in the daytime.
But
Unless he's living someplace where it's overcast. You know, like, what's that god-awful movie, Twilight. But it's not because he sparkles.
They sparkle. The sparkling vampire.
Sparkle.
Frickin' Twilight.
but
I could
towards the end of Lone Star Heart of the Hero, Svarog is trying to seize political power within a context.
In a sense.
Yeah. So
That's
in the book.
Ninja says, so Heart of the Hero and Soul of the Soldier refers to Lone Star, but Mind of the Monster refers to Svarog.
Wow.
Maybe.
Oh, that came out good.
But again, yeah, wrong color scheme. It should be a dark.
Oh
blue.
yeah, gotta
And
be
her hair
careful.
should be blue or purple. Although I'm the one that changed it last time, so I might have to do that anyways. Wraithula says, geez, Mike, all vampires sparkle nowadays. Don't you want to appeal to the creepy Twilight moms?
Twilight's dead.
No, I don't want to appeal to the creepy Twilight moms.
Twilight is dead. Twilight has been dead for a really long time.
That's right.
Like something like Twilight doesn't have staying power like Harry Potter. It's like it's a fad and then it goes away and no one cares anymore.
Right.
Like you couldn't reboot Twilight. No one would ever care.
Oh crap!
No. Twilight is trash. Twilight is trash.
Like, I just
All right, last preview page for you guys tonight. Uh-oh. A little bit of a spoiler, but I guess you probably knew it was coming.
Oh yeah.
Look at that neck. I tell you,
that
man,
neck.
neck is like one of the sexiest parts of the body.
Look at my neck.
If you can't draw a good neck, stop drawing and learn something.
Well, that's enough No Man's Sky.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got a freighter. This guy just gave me his Class A freighter, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. I saved him from space pirates.
Space pirates, chicken Z. So, yeah, that is Lone Star in a nutshell. If you haven't already, please do back it. The link should be in the description. Issues 1 and 2 are available in that, and Monster Hunt, which is a crossover comic. A universe with rules can be worked with, like my book coming out in 2024, says a fuzzy creature. 2024. Wow, that's planning ahead.
That's such a good point. Or universe with rules, which is exactly what David and Dan from Game of Thrones didn't understand.
You know.
They were just like
or
they
J.J.
just-
Abrams
Exactly.
on Star Wars.
I mean, these guys just think magic means anything, and we can just do anything. And I'm like, no, just because you have magical creatures and magical elements doesn't mean that you can ignore the established rules.
All right, so Victor was asking about this. Let's see. Let me scroll down. I don't want it to be spoilers.
Angelus Draven says, I always liked the lore that a vampire wouldn't just burn into flames in the light and it would just be very weak in the light, like Moonlight show that was on CBS. Well, mine, they don't burst into flames, but they are extremely light sensitive, so they will like start blistering and smoking in the sun. I suppose if you left them out there long enough, they would die from exposure. But yeah, no bursting into flames in my universe.
No bursting into flames.
Yeah.
All right, I probably cannot do this voice whatsoever. Oh, there's a self-inserted mic in here. Just called it.
What?
It's old man Mike.
What? No, that's not old. No.
Doug, it's about time you got here. Take your seats, everybody. It's time to start.
No. That's just Doug. It's about time you got here.
Yeah, I can't do it. Matt. My voice won't do that. It would tell what you do. Yeah, you do him, and then I'll do Svalrog. Can you read it, or is it big enough?
Brothers, sisters, comrades, we are here at the dawn of a new age. Capitalism has failed the people. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. While we enjoy our own bourgeois lifestyles, we must remember that it is we who can afford it, who must change the world for the poor and minority people in our community.
Scrolling up.
As you may know, my father is part of the 1%, but it's okay because he believes in our cause, and he has agreed to pay the legal fees if anyone gets arrested at our next protest. So if you feel the need to get violent, don't let being arrested or sued concern you. Do what you believe is necessary for our just cause.
Enough.
Excuse me. I'm totally doing the anteater.
Child, your cause is just, but your leadership is lacking. One cannot assume leadership simply because of one's parentage. Leadership, respect, command. These things are earned.
No, no, I'm kidding.
Quinn, did I send you this?
Yes, you did. I haven't
read
had a
it?
chance to read it yet.
Oh.
No, I should though.
Too busy playing video games.
Yeah, I get distracted.
I am Svarog. I come from Mother Russia. I know what true communism was meant to be. Brother Stalin, he lost his way. But his dream of an egalitarian world was noble. It was pure. True equality is not easy to achieve, after all. It should not be left in the hands of a fledgling to achieve. It requires wisdom, experience, will. Take your place among the others, boy. You shall be first among equals. It was a new revolution at hand, one that will shape the world in ways you could never imagine. Bind yourselves to Svarog willingly, my children, and we shall rule the world.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I support him. No, I'm
Quinn has bound himself to Svarog.
Victor says Mike S. Miller wrote this. Yes, he did.
I did. It's true. And
Mike Miller.
Right? Says, I can't wait to get the books I got, 1 and 2, and Monster Hunt. So very eager to read this stuff. I can't wait to get it to you. Can't wait.
The Mike Miller.
What'd you think about that scene, Quinn? You can be honest.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Thank you.
I dig it.
Yeah,
I got to read the whole thing and give you a legit review.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And he probably sounds like less of a redneck. He probably has less Southern accent in his voice.
You know what? When if you want to really do me a favor, do a review video of it on your channel.
Okay, we'll see.
I know it's not exactly.
We'll see, because like I have started to review graphic novels. I did
Okay.
Sandman, and I'm planning on doing Jodorowsky's The Inkle. And I'm not gonna do Watchmen because I feel like everybody's doing Watchmen stuff now, so I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now, if you miss that, there's two ways to get this. You can go to Lone Star Soul of the Soldier, and there's a couple of tiers that have the first book. What I would recommend to you, though, is you go to the link I just put in, and then it's Lone Star Heart of the Hero redo.
I'd rather they go to the other one.
Well, the reason I say that, though, is because they will get that bonus 8-page Brando story, origin story.
No. You could still get it. The reprint.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, the reprint. If you go to the link in the description, the Lone Star 1 and 2 comes with the reprint, and it comes with the Matthew Weldon 8-page bonus story in the back of the reprint. Okay. So you can get that, and then the second book, and then on your way out the door, pick up Monster Hunt as a shipping free add-on. Ray Thulu wants you to roast me, Quinn.
Roast you.
Savage.
He wants me to
with the comic?
savage the review.
No.
Carla Matt says, Mike, how do you write your characters? How do you give them their personalities? I try to think of individuals or that I either people that I know that have certain speech patterns and whatnot, or I try to think of a character from a movie who I'm very familiar with, who, has their own speech patterns, because it's, you don't have to just make up somebody's speech pattern, right? You have to, you want to be able to hear their voice in your head when you're writing. And if you're familiar with somebody else's, the way people talk, then you can write each character as an individual. It's kind of a cheat, but it's better than having everyone have the same voice, which drives me nuts when I'm reading a comic.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn, everyone has different voices in yours, right?
Yeah, I try to make the characters pretty distinct. I've got some pretty interesting characters. Yeah.
Ninja Comics 33 says, "We get it, Mike. You think of yourself as a communist." No, but that's another thing. Is even if you're just if you personally disagree with a character, you don't write them as straw men, right? You don't write them as little just villain. You don't write them as villains. Every villain is their own hero. It's a hero in their own mind. So you have to write them as if they are convinced of what they are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise they just come off as paper thin and
Cardboard cutouts.
yeah. Ray Thulu says, as an agnostic, when I read the Bible, I hear Chuck Heston in my head.
Curious 2 Alpha says, I still want Blood in the Jungle. Well, get the Lone Star reprint, because the Brando origin story captures some of what I wanted to do with Blood in the Jungle. But maybe in the future, because do want to tell Pastor's origin story too at some point. Yeah, I'm sure you want that out there somewhere, Mike.
Yeah. Ninja Comics 33 says, "What does redo mean? Redux? Is it a fancy term for second printing? It means to basically redo it." Yeah. So
Yeah.
So plagiarize, basically. No, speech patterns is not plagiarism.
Well, but as Solomon observed, 2,300 years ago, there is nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
And so our patterns, our behaviors, our emotional ranges, it's not like we've invented new emotions or new desires.
All right. And that's so when you're reading Lone Star, if you've read Lone Star 1, you'll tell he kind of has sort of an older way of talking, because I do model him after a particular older, I don't want to say who, but a particular older actor who I'm familiar with it because I love old movies.
James Franco. No, I'm kidding.
Carla Matt says, that's a really good point. Man, I'm starting to want this comic. Well,
oh, good. Well, that's the point.
I'm starting to sort of want this comics lately.
Yeah.
Nigerian Prince Jeremy says, what is Blood in the Jungle? Edwin.
All right, so our friend Ben Henderson was going to do a comic book, and I wanted to, I'm a big supporter of the Blacklist universe, and I want to see the lore filled out. I want to see the universe filled out, and give everything more depth, and give you a sense of, because Mike has spent a lot of work charting out this world. It has a whole cosmology, and it is aimed at something that's big and kind of interesting, right? And so I like these characters. So I wanted to work in a story for one of the unknown soldiers called Pastor. Now, every single one of the unknown soldiers is a superhero, right? Is a superhero, but they each of the unknown soldiers was born out of one of America's conflicts, and Pastor came out of the Vietnam War. And so I came up with a rough outline and a story for the birth of Pastor as an unknown soldier.
Yeah, and I've done a similar with the backup story for Brando, although it's only an 8-page story, so you don't get his whole growing up thing. You just kind of get the situation of how he nearly lost his life. He was mortally wounded, and why he was selected for the Unknown Soldier program.
Yeah,
and you kind of. I just want people to get to know the characters in a little deeper way than as a side, because there's 6 unknown soldiers at a time, so it's hard to really give each person time in a story that's about Lone Star. So eventually, I'd like to do a similar story for each of the characters. Hothead, I know certain people would love to get the Hothead story.
Yeah. But Curious 2 Alpha says, but I still want a Blood in the Jungle. All right, as soon as I could talk Mike into it and it actually fits, I'm sure Mike is willing to do the Pastor origin story in one of these future campaigns. I think that'll come out.
Victor says, "You're telling me Mike S. Miller came up with these ideas all by himself? I didn't come up with Blood in the Jungle, but everything else, yeah."
But the cool thing is that Matthew Weldon did some of the concept stuff for Blood in the Jungle, right? And so now he's doing the Brando origin story, so he really gets it. He really gets it. He's got a feel for it, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Ninja says, "Have you thought about doing a commentary where you go through the book and talk about it?" I have not thought about it, but that's actually a really good idea. I do want to wrap this up, but I want to give Quinn a chance to pump up the volume on Tadia and tell everyone why they have to right now go sign up for his mailing list.
Oh yeah, like get put on my mailing list for Tadia. You know, I don't know of any like comic stories or graphic novel stories that are really like the story that I'm telling with Tadia. I'm really into, mythology and, pseudo history from around the world. There's so many fantastic little tales that have influenced a lot of things that I guess people don't really think about. So I've taken a lot of, I guess, my favorite myths and legends from mostly Celtic mythology, but from all around the world. And I put them into this fantasy story about witches. And I've got a lot of really interesting twists and turns planned, a lot of things that I don't think people are really going to suspect. Because like I said, I know the types of things that I hate in fantasy. I know the tropes that I can't stand and that make me roll my eyes and kind of cringe. So I want to avoid that as much as possible and really create something that's unique and awesome and hopefully scary and that people can really enjoy a lot and also learn something, from. So that's my deal. Get put on the mailing list, join us.
It is in the description. And if you guys have any question about Quinn's ability to write, just go to his channel, Quinn Ideas of Ice and Fire, and just watch some of his videos, man. You will know this kid can write. So do it. Do it now.
Indeed.
All right, with that, I want to thank everybody for being here. Quinn, again, Ideas of Ice and Fire. You got any parting thoughts, my friend?
Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to me on YouTube. Thank you guys for having me.
Follow you on Twitter.
Huh?
How do they follow you on Twitter?
Follow me on Twitter at ideasofice_fire. That's my Twitter account.
Edwin.
Yeah, you can find me as Edwin Boyette on Twitter, YouTube, everywhere else. Do me a favor, though. Our good friend Gary Shipman has got an absolutely beautiful graphic novel on Indiegogo right now.
Yeah.
Called Titan, Mouse of Might. Essentially, it's kind of, in a nutshell, it's a mouse as Batman. It is his layout and his work on this. This is the best stuff Shipman's ever done. It's probably one of the best new things on Indiegogo right now. Please do check that out because it's a great value. It's $25 for a hardcover graphic novel. Some of Shipman's best work, and it is absolutely gorgeous.
There it is, Titan Mouse of Might, not to be confused with Mighty Mouse. He is at $5,590. Get in there and support him right now. If you haven't, what's wrong with you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Thank you all. Good night, and we'll see you on Monday. Hi, everybody.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.